So who'd have thought that all of the Machine Wars molds were actually going to be in the G2 line under Flipchangers? But it doesn't surprise me, as a lot of the G2 molds that went to that became unreleased, and also the ones that went in Machine Wars also wound up in Beast Wars the second. And you know what I'm talking about, especially the Auto Jetter, Auto Stinger. Those were like definitely prototypes. So the first one is a letter stating that this is an auction for the Transformers Unreleased Deco Flipchanger record truck, which later on became Tow Line in like RID. And I think he was like Hoist in the original Machine Wars line in different colors. So yeah, this one's coming out right now. And basically what's going to happen is they have this on auction because it's a prototype. And they said that the name was going to be Grease Pit. So interesting. And this was set for release in late 95, 96, which later on, a lot of Machine Wars toys wound up going to KB Toys. Oh man, don't you miss those days? So yeah, you can see here where it says TJ is on the side. And I think that's Hoist on the right because he was like black. And I think the difference is he doesn't have like a tampo on it or anything like that. And also he has gold hubcaps as opposed to, I think Hoist is, that's gotta be Hoist, that has like no like tampos or anything like that. And then next is the Flipchanger for which would have been known as Lightspeed, but later on in the early 95, 96. But now under the KB Toys, this is going to be, you know, basically the precursor to the mold for Mirage and Prowl. And also, I forgot his name in the RID Transformer Car Robots version. But I actually do have that one still somewhere in storage. I gotta look for it. But here he is in that kind of almost like a Constructicon green with a turquoise head. Hey y'all, it was the 90s, okay? Paint jobs were weird. Next is the Transformers Unreleased Flipchanger F-22 fighter jet test shot in cast in color resin, yada yada yada. They don't say the name, but of course this would later on become Megatron and Megaplex, and also would become either Thrust and Dirge and Beast Wars the second. So these molds got a long life, but they are actually pretty good for very simple transformations. They can't duplicate this again for some reason because it has both the best of both worlds, articulation and the ability to auto transform. I have these. I gotta look for them. They're somewhere in this house. We have these still because we never got rid of all of this stuff. We have a lot of this stuff. I gotta look through tons of stuff. But yeah, you can see the YF-22 because during this time there was the Lockheed Martin versus, like, I forgot the other company. They had the 20 VF. That's so weird. So it was like Macross, but it was the F-22, and I think they used to have like an F-23 or F-21. I can't remember. But I think one of them was like trash, and the F-22 wound up being like the replacement to the F-15. The last one is the Raphael fighter jet test shot, which was they didn't have a name for this one, but it was later on released as Skywarp and Thundercracker in the KB Toys line, and also in Beast Wars the second it was Dirge. So yeah, this one was Dirge actually, but it's not the same. It was Dirge, but just, yeah, I guess it was different. I don't know. It is what it is. They use these molds so many times, so I don't know why they're trying to make it sound like it's not Dirge. Well, pick up one. I think he is. I mean, you can see here he had that very same type of blue color. Slightly different blue color, black head, you know. Hey, I mean, they said that the line was, G2 was very short in America, so they didn't have enough time to produce all these toys and everything like that. These are pretty cool. I mean, this comes from a time in an era where Transformers was going through like a change. I always say it was a change because it was drastically different from 84, but you always have to remember that 84 was an amalgamation of Diaclone and Machine Man and all these other lines to make up Transformers. So these basically were, you know, molds that they used. And I always loved this toy because the gun storage would go in the legs. You break the gun apart and it goes into the leg. So cool. So what are your thoughts? Even down in the comments below. These are actually fun figures. If you believe it or not, you might not think so, but they are. Did you like them? Did you ever have them? Did you want to get them? Hey, leave your thoughts down there. And of course, as always, the Super Robot Ed bring you more news and reviews. Until then, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Man, they can bring these back.